411 Calisthenic Lifestyle Podcast, where we bring you tips and tricks to improving your calisthenic practice to get you faster results you deserve.
Hotep. I am that I am. Some call me Haru, your modern monk, your cannabis fitness strategist. Back at it again, here for you. Welcome to podcast episode 11, 411 Calisthenic Lifestyle Podcast. Back at you live. And here we go. Just breaking it down. Like I said last week, we talked about a book review on the warrior athlete. So basically we're going to jump right into this new subject matter today. Is going to be find the right personal trainer. Finding the right personal trainer. This is for those of you who are actually on the search, want to get control of your health, want to get control of your fitness, want to get control of your lifestyle, finances, however it may be, whatever you're looking for. Let me rephrase that. Not whatever you're looking for, but specialize. And this is what we're going to be talking about. What fits your lifestyle? What are you looking for within a personal trainer? That's a question a lot of people, I notice, that we don't really pay attention to. We get involved with these particular gym memberships based, even these boutique-based gyms, these box gyms and whatnot. We get into these situations where we get these particular personal trainers assigned to us, but at the same time, most of these personal trainers are really not qualifying that client, if that makes sense, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You would think they would give you a questionnaire for what type of particular personal trainer you would like to venture with or build a relationship with, because that's what I noticed within these particular big box gyms. You don't really build, and this can be debatable too. This is very debatable as well, but a lot of times you can't really build a cool relationship with particular your clientele because you always on the move. They got you selling, and don't take me wrong, selling is part of life in general, but at the same time, when you're in a box gym or a service-based gym where all they care about is the heads, the sticking heads in the room, that's something we got to be concerned of, because how long is that model going to last? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not a Walmart where they actually have establishment. But don't take me wrong, 24-Hour Fitness been around a long time. LA Fitness been around for a minute. Gold's Gym been around for a minute. But you see the demise of Gold's Gym as well. How small, and even though Gold's Gym was the pinnacle of what fitness training facilities used to be. You know what I'm saying? But now we have a whole different form when you're coming in with Planet Fitness and whatnot. So what I'm saying here in this particular episode is kind of like the personal trainer has been put on the side to an extent. We haven't really been looking for quality, hybrid type personal trainers that really genuinely care for people's outcomes. That's another thing. You tend to get caught up in a cliche, especially as a personal trainer. Certain things just come normal. You get caught up with you dealing with different customers and whatnot, trying to figure out their particular personalities and whatnot. These are things I think personal trainers go through, because I'm a personal trainer myself, or I call myself a fitness trainer, fitness professional. But I tend to train a few people, get an understanding of what's going on, and then after that, it seems like your relationship kind of decimates or go away, certain time and whatnot, instead of really building a relationship that lasts forever. And I'm not saying that relationship would be a paying client forever, and that's possible, but it's still an understanding of loyalty and certain elements that come in place. So I want to talk about a few pointers that I've written down and that I've been noticing even with my clients and some of their history of their experiences with different personal trainers and whatnot. Not just personal trainers, not just in the fitness world, but even physical therapists and some other elements or modalities within the particular sphere of alternative medicine, alternative health, holistic health, however you want to look at it. So, I mean, it's certain things, I think it's certain qualities that you should look for within particular people, within your environment, if you're going to be doing something that's actually really personal, if that makes sense. So let's dive into it. So the first, I would say, statement or question I have in the mind is, first look at when you're approaching these athletes, or when you're approaching these particular personal trainers or fitness professionals. One of the things, if I were you, and pay attention to, especially in a gym, if you just got a gym membership and whatnot, and you're looking at particular personal trainers that are around the gym, particularly, you might want to find that specific trainer that you actually kind of, oh, I like the body type, I'm into the physique, I see the physique, I see the progressions, I see the particular attitude, how they look at it, and don't take me wrong, all personal trainers are not equal. So let's throw that out right now. One of the things I've been really contemplating and really trying to get an understanding is how we get these personal trainers that don't have, literally, they got the skills. Some of them have the skills, and this is very debatable too. This is what I never understood about the fitness world too, as well. How you training people, but you look like shit. Let me put that out there again. How you training people and you look like you don't even work out. You don't even perform your own expertise, if that makes sense. This is a question I think a lot of us kind of put under the rug, if that makes sense, especially as a personal trainer. Because one of the things I think, if you're an owner, you should definitely be more fit than everybody in your squad. Keep it real with you, if not top tier. You feel what I'm saying? This is one of the things, because people, we got to realize people are judging us regardless. We all judgmental. That's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to that. That's one of the things I don't think we really pay attention to. We just get these particular personal trainers don't look like they even work out, and it's like, how you showing me what's up and you're not even prepared? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a mental thing. That's the one thing I always paid attention to. If I, even with my coaches I had throughout the years, I definitely want you to be some type of fit, some type of understanding where you can show me certain things, not even that, but showing me that you're living it. You see what I'm saying? Being the example of what you talking about, or being, or expressing. And when I think about that too, I go in these gyms and I'm looking at these personal trainers or these particular professionals. They don't look it, and then they got the nerve to tell you what you need to be doing and this and that. It just don't add up. That's the key thing. So that would be the first thing I would prep you for. Those of you who's actually clients going to be, or some type of membership in a gym, pay attention who's around you. Pay attention to what particular format these particular trainers are teaching or coaching, because that's a key thing. I think one of the time, like I said, we get so satisfied to whatever, and the funny thing is, they don't qualify you. You don't take a questionnaire when you go to the gym. You don't really take a questionnaire of what you're looking for in a personal trainer. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you can go there, do what you want to do, and get this, but you might not get the results that you're looking for. Because a lot of us plateau if you going to the gym. That's why I think it's really important to get you a coach or some kind of personal trainer. Especially in your days. Especially in your weeks when you're. Because don't take me wrong. Most of the year you're gonna be doing your thing, but at least once a year you should be having some type of coaching or some type of personal training, advancing your skills, advancing your techniques, if that makes sense, especially if you're orientated in sports, whatnot. That's my opinion, but that's definitely something I think we don't discuss too much about within this particular system of fitness. Number 2, not just skilled with exercises, but understand their nutritional lifestyle. This is another thing I think we just skip about. I go in these gyms, especially the little boutique and these little box gyms. Most people don't know what what is going on with their nutrition. They're just eating food. Oh, I eat this and I eat that and this and that. You know what I'm saying? And really not paying attention to, I guess I would say, paying attention of when they eat is, I think that's really the key thing. When you're eating and how you're focusing, or where you're focusing that energy to, you know, when it comes to working out. Because I met a lot of clients. Oh yeah, I work out 6 days a week, boom, 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 but I feel like crap. I look like crap. That's another thing we talked about. Rest time, taking recovery time. A lot of these trainers were just getting you in there just to be getting you in there so we can get our little fee for our little $15 or what, a $25 crap they got us doing in the personal training aspect, where we're selling, you know, personal training sessions, and the sessions are not even worth the money that they're given most of the time, because all we're doing is just, like I said, just pushing them through. Okay, now we're 4 weeks now, we got somebody else new we're working with, you know, trying to build a rapport with, and then all of a sudden the rapport is done because they're not coming to the gym anymore. They didn't get the results they wanted. You know what I'm saying? These are things I think we're not paying attention, because, oh yeah, I got the library, I got the exercise library, but I don't have the nutritional library. I don't know how to adjust. I don't know how to frame these particular issues within my particular clientele, and vice versa. The client, you have to have you got to come with questions. Okay, I'm eating this. This is what I'm eating. When should I, at least eat this or put this in my lifestyle, whatever? Because a lot of the client base, we're so gone. We're not even there. We're so busy. We're so stressed out 24/7. Even as a personal trainer, you got all these clients, but we can't scale ourselves because we're working at a 24-hour fitness or, LA Fitness or whatever the case may be, and just taking all our time. See, and that's another thing. And we'll talk about that later in the podcast too. But, like I said, we got these lifestyles. But at the same time, I can give you all these exercises, but we fail to realize how the nutritional works in the plan. And that's basically where it comes down. When it comes to personal training, it's your nutrition. It's really your nutrition. If your nutrition is not on point, like I say, and I've been saying this for many years now, I would say, and it's getting closer and closer, I would say it's 90%. Nutrition is 90%. 10% is working out. That's just my take on things, and I'm seeing it more and more as you get older, as you age. You see what I'm saying? Because one of the things when you think about it, even if you're doing the 10% and doing it at least 3 days a week, you're staying active, but you're hitting them 3 days. You're hitting pretty full body hard. You feel where I'm coming from? Where your body is a burning fat 24/7, because you can get your body to that. I have gotten my body to a point where I can work out once a week. You see what I'm saying? And still be good, just the way of my lifestyle. You feel what I'm saying? But I had to build that up. That's the thing people don't really understand about, when you're training your body and when you're putting your body in a certain situation. You have to put it in a certain situation where it's burning fat furnace, period. You know what I'm saying? And we could talk about the micros, macros, but that's another subject matter. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a confusing subject matter because people really are not technical. You know what I'm saying? Really not technical. Just tell me I can fly, I can fly. I can jump, I can jump. You know what I'm saying? What I do. Don't make it all complicated, because that's another thing with these personal trainers. They're so they're making things complicated where it's a simple process, where it can be a simple process if you allow it to be a simple process. Because I think we convolute a lot of things in our little, as we journey more and we getting all this more knowledge, but the knowledge have to be applied. It have to be specialized. It have to be focused. That's the thing. And that's what I meant by part 2, section 2, or this point 2, not being skilled, but have a whole bunch of, I can give you all kinds of exercises, but then your nutrition, I'm not even able to, ratify, because you're not having the discipline. That's another thing. The customers or clients are not having the discipline to focus their nutrition in, because it's a lifestyle. Okay, going to the next point. Point 3. It's four categories that I think, particular subject matters that I think when it comes to the fitness industry that we're not paying attention to more. I think this is the key. I think, and this is debatable too as well for those of you who are personal trainers and whatnot, fitness professionals. But these are the places I think that needs to be diagnosed with each and every client that we accumulate, and the client should be aware of this as well. This is something that they should be coming into the gate. That's why I think they need to do like a questionnaire or survey or something at the beginning of your gym time, even if you coming in there and something on the go or email to you or something. But it's basically your fitness, health, nutrition, and sleep. And those categories are not valued like I think it should be valued. You come into a gym, but you get all these perks, okay, massage and this and that, like Planet Fitness, they give you all these perks for extra, boom, 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 for $10, and I think it's $10, everything is included in there, I'm guessing, but that might be another subject there. But my point is, they're not giving you these these particular facilities are not giving you an opportunity to really take advantage of the services. You see what I'm saying? Because we look at them as secondary, but they're not secondary. These are part of the lifestyle. You need recovery time. You need massages. All these need to be included within your personal training package. That's what you look for in a personal trainer, the full package. I'm not saying that I'm certified massage therapist, but my point is I would recommend a massage therapist after your particular exercises and whatnot, and that don't have to be every day. That could be like twice a month, twice a week, or whatever the case may be, but it should be included in your package. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Not even that, but your what nutritional supplements you should have. All this should be included in your package. And yeah, the package might be a little more expensive, but the point is, it's worth it. Let me say it like that. It's worth your sanity. Is worth overall lifestyle, what you can save, how you can build a true body, how you can build your true body, your true foundation. That's really what we're talking about here, really, when you find in the right personal trainer. Okay, tip number 4, goal orientated. Okay, so what I mean by goal orientated, I mean outcomes. Truly understanding what the customers are really wanting or what they really expressing throughout their particular, what they're looking for within our relationship as a personal trainer and the client. What are they looking for? What is the pinpoint idea? Not just because I want to wear a dress and for the summertime or the bathing suit. No, I want to live my life. I want to live a more quality life. I want to be able to walk upstairs when I want to walk upstairs and not get winded. I want to be able to play with my children. Even if it's basketball, whatever the case may be, I want to be able to be there and have enough oomph and air and things like that to be able to perform with them or participate with them. I don't want to be sitting down waiting for everybody and I can't move and I can't do this as I get older. These are things that I don't think we pay attention to, but I'm here to say it's time to pay attention. We're way too obese, way too, diabetics. We're all these, and this is normal. This is normal. 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, elementary kids got diabetes and stuff, and you're wondering that was unheard of in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Unheard of. This is crazy. So these are things that I think we don't pay no attention to. And like I said, moving along. 5. Tip number 5. Facts of life, plays big roles. This is what I was talking about early on. Tip number 3, I could recall. Tip number 3, tip number 2. We got stresses like crazy. People are stressing. Even the personal trainer, he's stressing because he got to keep his job. He got to work extra to keep his job. Vice versa. With these box gyms and stuff. These box gyms, even these boutique gyms, you're not able to, and I'm not saying you got to be a multi-millionaire or you got to come up, but the personal training aspect, the industry is not even that much money either. I mean, you're not even breaking 60,000. Come on, a year. Feel me? It's really a sad case, because it's like personal trainers are really the doctors of the industry, of the fitness industries. You see what I'm saying? Now, we're just not taking it. We're not taking a hold of it like that. We're not taking ownership of it. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's what I do. I take hold of it. That's the key element. So some of your clients, customers, some of you guys are real needy. You know what I'm saying? Some of you real needy and some of you are self-motivated. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you this. The whole premise of my programs are to get you self-motivated, to do your own thing, because it's a lifestyle. It's not what you need to be relying on the doctor all the time or the personal trainer all the time. Like I said, even in your year's work, I can see me doing 8 to 12 week programs with a coach, somebody that's going to take me to the next level for what I need to be doing. And that's on a personal level. I'm talking to personal fitness, my business coach, every aspect of life, finance coach, however you want to look at it. Those are needed, period. If you want to grow, if you want to expand, if you want to scale your business or scale yourself. Tip 6. Not bouncing around to all types of diet, fads, and trends. And that's another thing I think what the trainers are doing these days. Look for a trainer that's actually, don't take me wrong, understands and adjusts with your particular needs. That's another thing we don't do. We doing all these cookie cutter programs. They talk about it all the time, even in the calisthenic world. It's kind of crazy. And we're going to talk about that too. Matter of fact, I got a podcast coming up next week. I'm going to be talking about my brother and his certification, Calisthenic Kings, and their certification, their calisthenic certification that's available for those of you who are serious about your calisthenic techniques and approaches, even on a fitness and business aspect approach, and we'll be talking and diving into that. But my point is getting caught up in all these different fads, what's in, what's out, who's doing what, who cares about who's doing what, long as you focusing on you, doing you, making your game happen. You feel what I'm saying? Making your focus happen. When you're dominating your industry, everybody else is secondary. You ain't worrying about who's competition and this and that. And it goes the same with the customers, the clients. You got to look at what's going on with these particular trainers too as well. Are they always educating themselves? Are they always putting themselves in a situation where they're learning more? That's the thing with me. I got a problem. I got to keep it real with y'all. I have a problem. I love books. I love expanding the knowledge. I love diving and educating. Period. I enjoy it. I don't know what is wrong with me, but that's something I enjoy doing. How can I better myself? How can I better those who are around me, or at least in my particular sector? Yeah, and I can be selfish sometimes, and I know that. That's the whole point of life in general. You have to be selfish sometimes instead of giving everybody a yes all the time, a yes man, So be careful with that as you go in and find people who's actually, personal trainers that's actually going to benefit you, benefit what you're talking about, benefit what you believe in to an extent, even though I don't care too much about that term. But at the same time, certain things that you're into, if you're into MMA, make sure he's into MMA so he can understand how the psychology work. You know what I'm saying? Even though he might not be a specialist in MMA, but he understand how to approach the game, if that's what you're focusing on or tuning into, or some Tai Chi or martial artist, or I'm saying, even if you're in the yoga, how can I benefit you in a yoga? Okay, we can train with yoga training, yoga asanas and whatnot. So that's another element. You should look into these particular personal trainers and those who's actually agree to what you may agree to. And the tip number 7, realizing that is not an 8-week, 12-week, 35-week, 12-week program. That is, this is a lifestyle. That's another thing. That's why it's crazy we got all these gyms around the state. I mean, think about it. Just in the Denver area alone, on the north end, you got about 6-7 different CrossFit gyms. And why I'm saying that is like, what is the difference between this CrossFit and that CrossFit? Y'all doing the same, y'all got the same methods. You know what I'm saying? The philosophy might be different. I don't know. But I know one thing, you're not. Why are we separating instead of coming together? That's another thing I don't understand with the philosophies. If our philosophies are somewhat similar to what at least we can combine some things, make some things going where we're actually developing a more conducive, a more family orientated. That's the thing I'm kind of reaching out to hit Richards too as well. I'm like, look, how can we family orientate this for the bigger, broader picture? You see what I'm saying? That's where teams come in, right? That's where people are more successful. Jeff Bezos wouldn't be successful if it wasn't for his team. You see what I'm saying? For their focus. These are things we're not paying attention to. And this is just my thing. We realize that, okay, 8-week program, 12-week program, 4-week program, even these little 30-day programs and stuff, you're not going to benefit from those. You might get a little, you might see some little tiny benefits, but overall, you got to make this a part of your lifestyle. That's the thing with the hiring a personal trainer. Most of these guys you get at these gyms, they're in your life a few weeks, then all of a sudden they're gone. You don't even hire them no more. Let's keep it real with you. You don't even hire them no more because it's not part of the game. You think you know everything and got everything down, but at the same time, you're not willing to really push yourself. That's another thing. We get too lazy as customers and clients. We get too lazy, so we do fail to realize that, okay, I'm good. I don't need this no more. I can move on and move on. Then later on, you see them later, the client and the customer, and they done gain their weight back and this and that. See, you don't have the reinforcements. That's the key thing. You haven't disciplined yourself. You haven't disciplined yourself enough to reinforce a way of life. Make it a lifestyle. That's the difference with me. If you're working with me, I'm going to make it your part of your lifestyle. I'm not going to just change everything, put all this stuff. Okay, all of a sudden you got to be intermittent fast. You got to do a vegetarian diet and this and that. No, we're going to work with certain things, slowly take out, slowly embed different new habits in your lifestyle. That's the key thing to a personal trainer, period. That's what you got to look for. And you can qualify them. You can qualify personal trainers right away because you can actually see what they're really about. That's why I think most of the personal trainers who don't like sales end up quitting. You know what I'm saying? They end up quitting the jobs. Think about it. And hopefully 24-Hour Fitness representative or somebody listening to this, because 24-Hour Fitness, yes, they're one of the big ones. They're like second in the running, maybe third or something like that when you're talking about biggest fitness centers in the country, actually in America. One of the things, I know you have mega turnovers. I worked for you back in 2000, and it's kind of funny seeing that the whole structure has changed, obviously, because it's not about the employee anymore. It's about the sales. It's about the sales. How much sales can we get? It's about the revenue. And that's the funny thing. It's not about the people. It's not about the obesity issues. It's not about the diabetes issues. It's not about nothing. All these chronic diseases that can be avoided literally with these particular centers, even though you have your rec centers. But now these rec centers are starting to get a little kind of carried away when you're paying $200 and $300 that you might as well go to a 24-Hour Fitness or LA Fitness gym. You see what I'm saying? It's not even worth it, and then you don't want to go to Planet Fitness. What kind of no commitment? And Crunch too. I think Crunch even had that particular saying too, no commitment. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, now it comes down to finances, but then at the same time, you're not keeping that client happy. You're not understanding where the customer service elements are, where you're valued. You feel where I'm coming from? So, let me wrap this up. Find the right personal trainer. In my conclusion, I like to state that it's certain attributes that you need to look for in personal trainers. You know, I ran through 7 of idea tips to kind of give you an understanding or a ha-ha moment. So the first one we're going to say, you know, look for an athlete, look for a trainer that actually fits the physique, has the physique that you want. You know what I'm saying? Has the manner, not the mannerism necessarily, but the personality characteristics that you're looking for, that you can engage, that will actually motivate you, even though you should be self-motivated anyway. 2, look for someone that is actually going to be adjustable or adaptable, have the skill set in the exercise library, have an understanding of nutrition, not just nutrition, but other elements. Tip 3, the personal trainer should be aware of 4 facets on the diagnosed element: fitness, health, nutrition, and sleep. Getting rid of the stress aspect in your life, because there's a lot of us stressing 24/7, 7 days a week, and we keep it. Some of us love doing it. You know, some of us love being the victim. Whew. 4, goal-orientated outcomes. Make sure they're adjusting. Make sure they're adaptable to fit your goals, to find what your goals are, how we can help you get there. That's the personal trainer you want. 5, facts in life. Find the role model. You know, find certain things. Not, you know, like I said, you may be needy or you may be self-motivated. Some of these particular trainers, like I said, you know, I'm a type of brother that I want you to be self-sustained. I don't want you to be relying on me forever. You know, and I know people out there are needy. Some of you clients and customers are very needy. So that's some of the things that I think you need to try to find with your particular personal trainer. When you're in them particular box gyms or boutique gyms, find a trainer that fits your needs, period. Tip number 6. You know, watch out for the bouncing, these personal trainers where they're bouncing all around on different diets and this and that. And you see this a lot on, like I said, on YouTube. A lot of these personal trainers are, you know, so-called personal trainers or coaches are offering nutritional value and this and that. They always bouncing around on, okay, I'm doing I'm doing intermittent fasting. Now I'm doing keto. Now I'm doing this. Now I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful with that, because one of the things about it is like, they're not really as solid. Don't take me wrong, they're not as solid when it comes to the understanding what's actually going on with the body, because your body is different. Your body, you know, performs different, acts different on certain diets, and it's not a diet. You got to make it a lifestyle. That's the difference. Focus in on a type of lifestyle that you can use that fits your particular life in general. And 7, realizing that is not an 8-week program. That is not a 12-week program, a 90-day program, or however you want to look at it. It's a lifestyle program. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about all facets: finances, health, physical, spiritual. All those have to be included within that model. You feel what I'm saying? That's the difference that I bring. And that, in concluding that, I just want to let y'all know I offer these particular services, especially when it comes to well-rounded, being more well-rounded as lifestyle, living the lifestyle that you really truly want, even though it's always in the becoming. You know what I'm saying? In the being. That's the whole point of life. Until next time, this is the 411 Calisthenic Lifestyle with your host, Haru, the Modern Monk, and I'm out. Hotep.